Good day, Sail Wars fans. I'm Sandy Pondwater coming to you from the 2022 Capital Cup. This is where Dragon Force 65s face off in team racing using A-rigs only. They can, of course, use long or short kills. Now the scoring is a little bit different because you get 5 points if you finish first, 4 points if you finish second, 3 points if you finish third, 2 points if you finish fourth, and 1 point if you finish fifth. 6th through 13th place gets you 0 points. And contact us if you want to join next year's event. And of course, we love the AMYA. Let's meet our teams. The Northern Maryland Model Yacht Club, located in Frederick, Maryland. Number 965 Chris, number 103 Ara, number 777 Bart, number 78 Alan, and number 02 Walter. The Maryland Model Yacht Club, located in Columbia, Maryland. Number 14 Mike, number 93 Kyle, number 59 John, number 77 Steve, and number 08 Carl, who was not shown. The Solomon's Island Model Boat Club, located in Solomon's, Maryland. Number 49 Colin, number 75 George, number 53 Rob. And introducing the Pond Monster. Now let's go racing. Wait! Stop right here. If you haven't subscribed, please do so at this time. It's free. Pause and we will wait. Now, let's go racing. This is race 1 of 8. Now, these competitors from these 3 clubs are using strategy and tactics even before this race starts. If you notice them tacking back and forth, trying to find the best line, the best way to start, the best way to block their competitors. Let's listen to the start.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Obviously all clear.
And they have a clean start. It appears up top that Team Maryland has put Steve on Bart to block him out. And number 49 Colin and number 02 Walter get a great start as they're in first and second, and John is in third. And Alan is in 5th, and Bart is in 6th place. Bart and Mahi pass Alan and are now in 5th place. Now remember, they are racing 2 laps. They race down this side of the pond, they go around 2 marks, then all the way back down the other side of the pond, there is gates. And look out! Number 14 Mike gets caught in the weeds. It looks like the weed monster, the pond monster, got him right off the bat. Number 777 Bart is currently in first place and Colin in second. Number 02 Walter is in third and Steve is in 4th place. And there's where the first mark is. So the boat's up farther that side of the course obviously are closer to the mark. As we see, Bart was way up there. And we see Steve is in the middle, and John is way down here on this side of the course, which means he'll have a long ways to travel up to get around that first mark. Now, we got to say, the weeds have been a problem in this pond, and the host club here, Maryland, they have tried, and the race director has tried very hard to get rid of them, and he will throughout this regatta. Number 02, Walter, is now in first place. So we have to thank our race director for trying the best he can to take care of these weeds and free these boats. So if you see a boat kind of stop for no reason, he or she probably hit a weed. And here's mark number 2 as we see Walter traveling down around that. And Walter's in first, and Steve is in second place. Carl is in third, and Bart is in fourth. And look out! Carl hits the mark! And now he swings back around as Bart moves into third place, and look out! We have another collision as Colin hits the mark, then crashes into Carl. I guess Colin will have to do a penalty turn. But no, nobody is doing a penalty turn there. And Colin is currently in fourth, and Carl is in fifth place. And by the way, about the pond monster, earlier in the start of the race, I heard Chris call out as he got caught in the weeds. And Rob is currently in sixth place, and Kyle in seventh place. So I'll try to call out when I hear of people getting caught by the pond monster. Alan is currently in 8th place. Sometimes they'll be getting caught in the weeds off screen, so I'll let you guys know. And number 49, Colin, is currently in 4th place. Bart has passed Steve and moved all the way back up into 2nd place. Walter is still in 1st place. Northern Maryland is currently in 1st and 2nd place as they have raced 3/4 of the first lap. And Walter goes around that farthest gate. Remember, on a gate, they go down in between them, and they decide which one of them to go out and around. So we saw Walter, and it looks like Bart and Steve are both going to go for that outside gate. Walter's having a little bit of problems. He's going directly into the wind, and it pushes him back onto the mark, so Bart's going to have to go wide to go around that mark, because the last thing he wants to do is get hung up with his own team member. And we see Walter finally gets some wind and starts going again as Bart takes over 1st place. Walter is traveling again. He's got his boat moving again. And Bart has about an 8-boat lead at this time. Walter's in 2nd and Steve is in 3rd. Look close at that number 777, you can see that grin of mahi on his sails. And Walter has closed the gap on Bart. But remember, Bart's up closer to where that first mark is as they head back up. They're on the same team, so Bart won't try to block Walter here, but Walter may have to dip behind him, and yes, he dips behind him. When you're on the same team, you try to work together. So Walter's only about 2 boat lengths behind Bart at this time. we can see there's the start finish line. So Bart is leading this race after one lap. Walter is in second, and here comes Steve up fast. So Bart's in first and Walter is in second place after one lap. Half of this race is over. Uh-oh, look out! Here comes that pond monster again. Look at Bart stops dead cool. It turns the boat sideways as the pond monster gets Bart. Look at that. He stopped dead in his tracks as the other boats just continued on. Is he going to get loose? Yes, Mahi gets loose, but has now dropped to third place. The great equalizer, the pond monster gets Mahi. Walter's in first, but Bart moves all the way back up into second place, passing Steve. Steve's in third, and Carl's in fourth place. So it's still Northern Maryland in first and second. As 1 and almost a quarter laps are left. Gotta watch out, right in there is where a lot of weeds have been. Mahi's taking a chance going in there, and look out! Here comes the pond monster! He comes and attacks Mahi! Again! This is the third time in this race alone that Bart has been attacked by the pond monster. Incredible! Just stay away from those weeds, Mahi. Fish can see those weeds. Stay out of there. But Mahi's moving again, but you see, he's definitely got a weed on him as he's going so slow. Bart's trying to do a circle to get the weeds off Mahi. And I think he's trying to a complete circle. That's definitely slowing him down. He's still barely moving. He's probably got weed on there. Hopefully it falls off so he can get moving again. It's a shame to have the race go this way. Now remember, Bart was leading this race at almost 1 1/4 laps and was way out front at one point. And look at, he's moving again. So the weed must have finally got off his killer rudder as Mahi's moving again, but he has lost so many spots and so much time. Probably lost about 60 feet just because of those weeds, maybe even more. And Walter, though, his teammate, is in first place and not having any problems with weeds so far. Let's knock on wood. We don't want to see anyone get caught up by that pond monster. The wind's coming from an odd way, as you can see. They're all coming over on port tack to try to get up to that first mark as we see Walter go around. He's heading to the second mark. At this time, we'd like to thank all of our volunteers, both from the Maryland Model Yacht Club, the people who put in and take out these marks and take care of all the administrative stuff to get this regatta going. And we would like to thank our camera person for filming for Sail Wars and, of course, getting the equipment out here. And everybody else involved, and our race director for coming out here and doing a great job at this regatta and trying to deal with these weeds. And look at that, Mahi's barely moving. He's definitely still dragging weeds. This is a shame. Oh no, here he comes again. Here comes the pond monster. And oh no, Mahi's caught in the weeds. He's barely moving. Incredible, as we see. Walter is still in first place. Walter is just moving right along. No problems with the weeds there. Maybe he just got caught right there in the weeds. He did slow down awfully quick, but no, he just keeps moving. So if he did hit anything, turtle, fish, weed, he just got moving again very quickly. Now we have just half of a lap left to go. Walter's moving along quite well. Maybe that's the trick. Just keep moving quickly and the weeds just bounce off your boat. And you know, the weeds are kind of just random. Some people they hit, some people they don't. Now, Walter has about a 40 boat lead right now over Kyle. Steve is in third and John is in fourth. Carl is in fifth and Colin is in sixth. Walter takes the closer gate this time as he comes around. Now he's starting to head up. Walter is headed to the finish line. He only has a quarter of one lap left to finish this race and get those 5 points. Remember, if you take first place, you get 5 points. Second place gets 4 points. Third place gets 3 points. And fourth place gets 2 points. Fifth place gets 1 point. And it doesn't matter if you finish 6th or 13th, you get 0 points. As we see, Kyle is currently in second place, just barely moving along as the wind has died down here. He's just crawling down the course. But look at a puff of air is bringing the third and fourth boat very fast as John's in third and Steve's in fourth. I believe that is Colin and Carl right there. The boats are moving pretty good downwind. There appears to be a big gap in between, I think, 5th and 6th place and the rest. As we see our leader right there, Walter, head towards the finish line. The other 5 boats still haven't went down and around those gates. Walter is way out front. Incredible job, Walter, avoiding the weeds for the most part. Having a huge lead. What a job Walter's doing in this race. Oh, we see Mahi right now, barely going down. He's probably like in about 8th place right there. He's got to make up a lot of spots because remember, if you finish below 5th, you get no points. So it doesn't matter. We see Ara right there, closest to us. Oh no, Walter gets in the irons. But then he gets out again. That almost was a big mistake as we saw his sail flutter, but he gets out of them and is continuing on to the finish line. And number 02, Walter, wins race number 1. So that's worth 5 points, Walter. Let's see if anyone else from the Northern Maryland Mall Yacht Club can finish in the top 5. And look at this. We currently have a close race for 3rd place. Look at that. 3 or 4 boats all right there. It's Steve and Kyle. And that's number 8 in there too. That is Carl. And there's John. And look at, we see Bart in 7th and Alan in 8th out there, way out there. So Bart has climbed all the way back into 7th place. Pretty incredible. But this is where the real race is. We're going to see who's going to come across in 2nd place here. And look at that. Kyle accelerates at the right time. He breaks free. John is currently in 3rd place, trailing him. But they're on the same team, so that won't matter. Kyle is powering those sails to the finish line as he comes close to the finish line. And Kyle takes 2nd place. Congratulations, Kyle. That's worth 4 points. And here comes John across in 3rd place. That's worth 3 points. And number 08, Carl, takes 4th place. And Colin takes 5th place. That's worth 1 point, and all the rest do not matter. Remember, if you finish 6th or lower, you get no points. So current standings after 1 race: 1st place, Maryland Mall Yacht Club with 9 points. 2nd place is Northern Maryland Mall Yacht Club with 5 points. And Solomon's has 1 point. Make sure you join us for race 2. And if you subscribe, of course, YouTube will notify you. Now, please subscribe and hit like for more videos. And of course, share this with your friends. Now, Sail Wars would like to thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. Attention all club webmasters, Sail Wars needs your support. Please make it easy for your club members by putting a link to our homepage on your club's website. Thank you so much from all of us at Sail Wars. Now, when you get to the Sail Wars YouTube homepage, up there on that top left, just copy that and put that on your website. Then your members can come and look at our playlist. They can look at all of our videos, which we have more than 200 now. And of course, they can subscribe. We need your subscriptions. And here's a hint, check out the Best of Sail Wars. That's where all of our editors put their favorite videos, so well worth the watch. Now, of course, make sure you join a great club near you like the Northern Maryland Model Yacht Club. And remember, Sail Wars is completely made up of volunteers. Nobody gets paid here, so we really appreciate you subscribing and supporting us. And don't forget to visit the Calvert Marine Museum. This is Sandy Pondwater signing off, and I'll see you at the next race.